All right, so today's video, we're watching a Plat 4 tank on PC playing D.Va. I say, hi, I am very nervous about this because I don't usually participate or talk much, but I know I need the help. I watch a ton of educational content and high-skill players trying to learn as much as possible, but I just never, it just never seems to be enough. I'm not aiming for top 500 or GM, but I just want proof that I actually have been improving all these years. Most of my Overwatch time, I've been a DPS main, but recently I've been converting myself into a tank main, specifically, oh, my bad, chat. Myself into a tank main, specifically D.Va. So here I am taking a chance and leaving my comfort zone to ask the best D.Va player. I know what okay, I was going to say the best D.Va player you know. I was going to say, because, you know, I'm good at D.Va. There's a lot of great D.Vas, though. I know what I really need to change finally. Stop being hard stuck after all these years. I know my aim is super inconsistent at times, and I sometimes make very questionable decisions like my ult at the end of first round defense, but there just has to be something much larger holding me back that I cannot see for the life of me. And that's fair. Hey, sometimes that's what you need, right? You just need to, you know, start to look at some things to improve on, and this is a good step in the right direction, I would say, for that. So I wouldn't be, this isn't a bad idea, is what I'm saying. All right, let's see how this goes. Now, I like D.Va on Dorado here. Still a good dive map, just has more opportunity for other heroes. Yeah.
The enemy team is pushing the payload.
Here we go. I mean, this is an easy one, and I think this is like something that you have to learn when you play D.Va, is that sometimes it's okay not to get the kill. It's hard to do that, but like I would prefer that you keep map control and high ground control, right, than just sitting there and getting immediately annihilated and losing your suit, because that's what's gonna win you the game more than like just getting that kill on Winston. So it just feels like if you overcommit to that. So that's just a step right there. Like, the idea, yes, go for the Winston, but don't just try not to go out of your way to get a kill unless you know you can escape. And you didn't know you could escape that. Anyway, let's continue on. What's up, saying? You don't need to fly into him either. You're right. You just drop down there. Like that, but that goes back to what I'm saying. If you're going to make a play like that, know you can escape. So if you want to drop down and maybe go for the Winston, yeah. Because you can fly out. But if you're going to fly in there, then you're just feeding, right? That's basically the equivalent of using your recall and then triple blinking in as Tracer. You don't do that, right? You wouldn't do that. You'd get rolled. Back away. Play cover. You can't DM some of that stuff, so be careful. Making bubbles fine. Good kill. Now stop. Wait. Okay, now go. Good job. Good follow up. Good job slowing down there. Going back to peel for your team. Try to use sound cues. You heard the dynamite coming towards you. That's why I would try to DM that a little bit. I just realized that Ash has the name of a... Well, it's pronounced the name of a... like an Instagram reel sponsor we're doing. That's cool. For glasses. Alright. It's okay to ult that. That's fine. Backline pressure was a little bit wild, but not the worst. Good job getting follow-up damage here. Good kills. So far, so good. Yeah, nothing bad here. Outside of the first team fight where I didn't like what you did that, and then maybe a little bit of an overextension, but not bad. Back away. That is your Griffith. Griffith. There you go. Any balls we watch today? I think one more after this. We have an interesting one, so probably one more. Might as well. Okay. So, we can talk a little bit of game theory here, okay? And this is going to help you as a D.Va player, and this is what you need to do, all right? Okay, so the reason why this is helpful, or can be helpful for you when you're learning D.Va, or just in general for Overwatch, it's good to track ultimates. And it's not, you don't necessarily need to be accurate on ultimates, right? You don't need to be 100% accurate, like, oh, they're going to have Bob, you know, Moira, Ana. But I want you to get in the mindset, and this goes for anybody, any rank. This will help you a lot, no matter what rank you're in. Be like, hey, I think they might have this ultimate, right? And either two things happen. Your teammates will say, no, this ultimate just happened, because what happens with me. Or B, your teammates can prepare. So if you say, hey, they have Venture Ultimate, if you know they have Venture Ultimate, you know you can't just sit there and absorb the damage from the ultimate, so you need to play around that. So a strategy, and this goes for any rank, is if you know if they have a bunch of ultimates, you're going to lose if you just stand there. So, go set up on the bridge and be ready to flank their Ana. Go make them use their ultimates, and that's how you win these type of team fights, is when you force them to have to react early. Your team wins the team fight, stands there, and then they ult you and you just die. And because you didn't really force anything else out besides a Venture Ultimate, look at what ultimates they have now going into the next team fight. Do you see where that becomes a problem? So you don't necessarily have to track the ultimates perfectly, but have a basic understanding of what they could have, and you can play differently. Like if I know they have a Bob, I'm going to play differently. If I know they have a Nano Winston play that's possible, I'm going to play it differently. If I know they're going to be able to rush us as Moira, I'm going to play it differently. I'm going to try to force out an ultimate. I'm going to look for Moira. I'm going to force out cooldowns. And at the very least, you get them to use 3 ultimates, okay? And you lose the team fight, but now your ult pool starts to match up again. But if you don't really force ultimates in situations where they have a bunch, you're going to lose games because then you get snowballed. Because look at your ultimates. You don't have anything on second point. So if this team uses a Bob next team fight or an aggressive Moira ultimate or a Nano Winston, you might lose all of second point just like that after a great first point defense. So just want to get that into people's minds of sometimes Overwatch is more than just hitting your buttons. It's things like that, like being like, they have this, they have that. You can kind of play around that one, right? Because this is plat. So hope that's helpful. Okay, then you watch. So anyway, get on ultimates, because you certainly did it right there, is all I'm saying. You do have a Widow, though, so Widow... I love that timing. You do have a Widow, though, so Widow can server admin, so sometimes, you don't have to do anything, but... got to kill on their Ana, but it's really close to the first beginning, so no. Team should be up above for now. You can stop card here, but because you have the mobility to get back up. So far, this is fine. A little bit too much DM use, but still fine. DM's looking better now. Good job. DM usage is good. Not overusing it. Having it up for most team fights, not overdoing it. Good job. I'd push in. I feel like your cast could have killed 2, but they were scared to push in. You know what I mean? Die card. Die card or get out. But there's no in between here. Gotta kill, but I feel like it's one of those not gonna be worth it ultimates. Which it is. Yeah. So they found it's like, listen, it goes back to what I said. When you recognize that they have a lot of ultimates and you make these type of plays, the best thing you can do is adjust around that. So when you use your ultimate there, unless you get 5 there, which, you weren't going to get 5, you just kind of lose value of the ult. Yeah, the Ana runs back from spawn, but, they ended up just switching off Ana anyway. They're on Kiriko, and you still have not forced out ultimates, and the cart kept moving. It's just a problem, right? Is it okay to solo queue Tango? I solo most of my games, yeah. Alright. Winston has ult. Hasn't used it in a bit, so you gotta predict that. So I would be aggressive on their... Doesn't matter. Yeah. Too much peel. There's really no winning in that situation, though. Your teammates lost contain since that team fight. You said the D.Va forced out Cole there? Yeah, but I would rather see a D.Va ult on a retake type of situation than I would rather see a D.Va get a kill on an Ana in their spawn. You get what I'm saying? It's all situational. I think the Moira ulted to ult. I don't think it was oh, they got Moira. I think the Moira just ulted to ult. That's how I saw it. But you're basically trading a good retake ultimate out for them to use a Moira ult, which is good, but the Moira ult's going to benefit them for taking map control more than you D.Va ulting them on the cart will. In that situation specifically. So, it's just... I don't know. They have Winston out. By the way, you're gonna have a D-vault this if you don't, if your teammates lose one. Not safe. Moira. Good job. Target focus. Backline pressure. Good job. All good there. All that was good. The backline pressure was huge when there's a Winston ult going on, too. Good play. Okay, minute 30. Your ultimates are good, which means that you now have a huge advantage. The only way you lose this is if your team hard feeds, which means no free picks. Try to communicate your ultimates. You'll be in a good spot. You have every ult coming up with a minute left. If you could literally win with a Brig ult or a Reaper ult here. And when Zarya, this is even better. They have no way to really stop your ultimate here. Outside of, like, obviously a free kill or, like, target focus, but not your ultimate. I'm talking about the Reaper ult. Perfect. DM him. Good play. Very good play. Always DM your Reaper in there. That was wonderfully played. Nice job. Now you have one more team fight. You have Moira, Brig, D.Va. You should not... Now, I know you mentioned this, like, that it was a bad ultimate, but, like, I just need to reiterate that this was a bad ultimate, all right, for you. There's just no... Listen, if there's 6 seconds on the clock, I can justify that. I'll be like, okay, you're disrupting them. You're assuming they're going to run back to the point really fast. I get it. But when there's, like, 40 seconds, I think the ult went off at 34 seconds. What are you doing at that point? There's... All you're doing is giving them an opportunity, right? And you go, well, yeah, but look at what they have ult-wise, etc. Yeah, exactly. If you can save your ultimate for, like, the last fight situation here, you don't even need to get a kill with the ultimate. You just need to disrupt how their play is going to be. And if they have a Moira use an ultimate on your team and you get a good ultimate off and their team has to spread around the map, Moira loses value there and you can counter with your own Moira ultimate. Instead, you feed them a free ultimate and now, you know, in theory, based off of what I'm looking at, your team should still win this team fight just because Brig ultimate can be really good at, like, close range corridor like battles. But, like, this isn't going to help your team at all. Even if you get a kill here, it's not that good. I mean, they're still going to have 15 seconds. The cart's not really far. Like, look what the cart is. Like, they don't have to go too far to get here. They have a Moira ult. They have a Bob coming up. Like, you're not... Even if you get a kill here, like, you're unless it's on the Moira, which, I mean, that's a whole different story if you kill the Moira, then, like, it's not going to even bring you much value. And I think that's something that we've seen so far from you is that your ultimates, you're not thinking about the value it can bring or you're just going for the ult regardless. And the two ultimates we've seen is, one, you killed an Ana on a team fight that was already lost at their spawn, and you ulted their spawn on third point with 34 seconds left, and now you don't have an ultimate. So I wanted to add to the next part of why your ultimate's bad, more than just being like, yeah, it's bad. And that's why you have to think about the value you're gonna get. Only way I can see this even justifying this is if you see where, like, the Scooby-Doo van is, where the Reaper is. If, like, for some reason they all ended up there and you got 5, then I can be like, okay, you know what? Now they have 14 seconds back from spawn. You're good. But there was nothing you could even see here that would justify that ultimate to give you any value, is all I'm saying. So. Doing water review. Yeah, that's fun. One bubble out. There you go. Should be a free kill on Venture. Yep, good follow-up. Backline pressure is good here. You don't need to be there necessarily. Good job by your Reaper to kill the Bob. So. Yeah, you should have that. Nice. Good job by your team. Teammates do a good job. You have good target focus, so you have a lot of good things. We just need to fix up a lot of the bad plays, is all I'm saying. Because I think there's some things we can definitely fix here. That would go in your favor. It'd be nice to see. You know? Let's see how your attack goes now. That's flat, yes. That Bastion has some of the worst position I've seen a Bastion play on this map ever. Alright, chat. You want to learn in a moment? Don't be that Bastion. I could not tell you what that position it just was. That was awful. Yep, you know, remember, your supports will like if you let them heal you. To the secret bastion spawn? I mean, what's the secret? Where was the secretive part? They were just sitting there. I still like you going for the BAP there. That was a good play. Should be fine here on the Winston. Nice. Hi. I want you to stop, like, holding your left click aggressively like you just did right there. I want you to get in that mindset of, like, you don't have to sit there and hold your left click. It slows you down a little bit, which might heck your aim a little bit. A good habit to get into is just be willing to reset your shot, which is what was happening, or was incorrect there. You just weren't resetting your shot as well as you could have. So just do that, and you'll be fine. Should be a pretty easy first point. Pretty much standard take. I mean, they hecked up, and you're good to go. Nice job. There you go. You can go for an ult here if you want to. I don't think you need to. But if you want to, you can. I'm okay with this too. You're traded back lines. Although the soldier, I think you went right by. So you're going to be kind of... Dude. It's just your ultimates. Like, your ultimates are not... Your ultimates just are bad. I mean, you're not thinking about the value of what happens. You're not paying attention to the kill feed. And, like, it's just... You get a kill, but it's not bringing value to your team. And I think that's your #1 issue so far. Is, like, you just don't know when to ult. Did they remake it in front of a Kiriko? Yeah, but that starts with a bad ultimate to begin with, right? If you're recognizing an ult spot... Like, let me give you an example. Let's say the D.Va ulted, like, 15 seconds prior when they were all on high ground. I would prefer that over you flying up here after your teammates lose, ulting, and then basically it's a 4v2. Like, it's just not good. You're not getting any value on it, right? Like, straight up. And, like, then like, your teams, you know, they all ult, your Brig ults also. Like, it's just, your team is not taking advantage of, like, oh, we can save our ultimates and go win off of a team fight. Like, if you ult up here, right, after, when I would have ulted up here is when the Venture went up there, right? Like, that would have been my timing. Because the Venture went up here, right? Doesn't have any cooldowns. The ult will land about here, which forces out at the very worst cleanse. It disrupts them. If the Winston dives backline, now you have a better peel, and you might have a 5v4 in your favor, or like a 4v3. Instead, you go up here, you ult. The trade, and at this point, you go for backline pressure. It's not working. So what you do is you get out of there, and hopefully they don't demech you. And then you just reset and go again and use that. But instead, you go up there to try to get this kill, and yeah, you get the life lever. But, like, unless I'm mistaken here, by the time that your teammate is back and in this team fight, or unless something miraculous happens here, that life lever will be, by the time the fight engages, will be here again. And they've already gotten their value. You know, there's no value lost there. So let's keep seeing what happens. Okay. Correct play. Correct play. Correct play. Good job. That was correct. Remember, taking advantage of their bad plays, not making the bad plays. That was good. Yeah, go for the soldier. You're good. This is on you. Great job. Good follow-up. Now, chill for a second, but take up high ground where Winston's at. Like, just do this to... Yeah, there you go. Good play by your teammate, too. Your, Cassidy. DM now. DM. Yep. Go high to help. This is good. You're still putting pressure on him, which is nice. Very good. Nice. That's on your Cassidy. Your Cassidy's probably dead, too. That position's bad. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's no way they survive that. Get the kills you can get. If they can't get you, then... I don't think they'll stagger you. Yeah, that's good. You don't have to worry about that as much in Plat. In top 500, they're going to sit there and stagger me like it's a OWCS Grand Finals, so... Don't have to worry about that in Plat as much. Okay. Ult in 3%. You can ult over the top. I mean, you got an ult spot coming up. This could work, too. Good ult. I like that ultimate. And then the reason why that, so... I want to show why it's a good ultimate. Because, like, you're displacing them. You're forcing out ultimates. Like, win or lose here, this is what I mean. But you're doing this in an advantageous spot. You're not doing it when you've lost 3 teammates. You're not doing it where, like, you know, you're going to get a kill, but, like, once again, you're down in numbers. You're doing it to start a team fight. And I like that, right? Because now there's the reaction by the other team is going to be more aggressive. You got a kill on Life Weaver, they're displaced. They feel like they have to counter. And look at this. Now this is a much better trade for me, right? Because now, even if you lose this, you've gotten out 2 important ultimates because you let off with an ultimate rather than just like, oh, I'm going to ult last second and then get rolled. So good job. This is an example of a good ultimate and why it's better to have these type of ults rather than what we saw before. All right? You might even get a kill on one of them. This was good. Still fine. Once again, that ult trade I'm fine with. And you built like what? Another 50% and it's like a close team fight? You might even be able to win this. Health pack's right there. Ooh, little bit of a misplay. I would have gone for that health pack. Because I think you're now in a situation where you could have won that and survived with your suit. Fabla, thanks for the 5 months of the Peter Smile. Thank you. So health pack awareness. Keep in mind, anybody wondering, they did move health packs. Health packs are now here instead of here. I've fallen for this where I go for this one still because I play this map for many years, but it's now here. So that's it. But good job. Like, do you see how much better that team fight goes for you when you're not trying to win it 2v5 and leading into it? Like, you took a team fight where their team had a bunch of ultimates and now they have 1 out left. That's a good play. That's a good play. That's why I wanted to show you a good ultimate. Catastrophe, thanks for the 15 months of the tier 1. Thank you. That is almost a year. Thank you for the 15 months. There you go. Keep your teammates alive now.
That's almost a year, right?
Play defensively now. Yes. Keep your teammate alive. Yep, you can go for the venture. Nice follow-up. They're going to be stuck up there for a bit. Got on a pull. All good there. All of that was well played. Good DM on your teammate. Well played. A little bit of an issue here where your teammates might somehow lose this. I hope not, though. Okay, you got it. Oh, that was going to be close. No. Back up, back up. Kayla, thanks for the 22 months damage plan. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you.
Initiate defense matrix.
Not bad.
Engaging thrusters.
1 second. First bubble, you see ult over the top. Once they bubble, please. Okay, ult out. This is your timing. Wait. You have to wait now. Good idea, though. Good idea, though.
Calling in the big gun. Neutralizing projectile.
Oh, man. Okay, so okay, so let's talk about it very quickly. So when they're in that type of situation, right, where they pop every single one of their ultimates, why are you using your ult there at that point? If you weren't going to ult when we had called the ultimates, where you still had time and an opportunity, why are you using your ultimate then? Like, at a certain point, I'm like, okay, ult here, they're out of position, you have a good spot. Very worst, you force out, like, all their bubbles, the Life Weaver tree, you get the Life Weaver tree, and, you know, you trade off. So why are you trying to force these wins when you don't need to? And that's your problem right now, is you're trying to win team fights that you can just go, ain't gonna work, let's just reset. Let's we've gotten out every ultimate by them. I have the 1 ultimate left going to the next team fight. It doesn't need to get kills, it just needs to displace them so my teammates can follow up, right? And I've just seen you try to win team fights that you're not supposed to do. So sometimes there's a reason why people will tell you that, like, what's the way to explain it? That less is more? Is that a good descriptor of that? Like, less is more. Stop trying to do as much as you're trying to do. And that is your problem right now. In this situation, less is more. They pop a bunch of ultimates, you just wait a second, you regroup, you go in, then you use your ultimate on the next team fight. But I've seen you, out of every Diva ult except one, which that one Diva ult actually resulted in getting second point because you ended up winning that team fight that ended up being a bit more scuffed. Instead, here you are trying to force these plays. And yeah, don't get me wrong. You're probably going to have a game where you would use that ultimate and you win it. But it's not about that one win you get from, like, 10 bad ultimates. It's more about, if you want to climb, it's about consistently making the solid plays. So you have to do less of like, oh, I'm going to go for this hero play. If I get 5, it's going to be unreal. To, all right, got to reset, go again. That's why people will watch me for, you know, they'll be like, why haven't you used Diva ult in 3 minutes? I'm like, because there's not an opportunity yet. Like, I'm not going to force an ultimate just to force an ultimate. It's just, I can't use it because we need to get out these cooldowns, these rotations. So less is more sometimes. Less is more.
Your carry is here. 다시 완벽하게 작동한다.
I still hope they fix the spectator bug thing. This is fine. I don't mind you going for this. Just keep in mind they have a health pack awareness. Get out. Get out now. Get out now. Just in case they stagger you. I have a sneeze. I can't sneeze, but I guarantee I'm gonna have to sneeze here. It's gonna happen.
어디 수 없지. Initiating defense matrix.
What's the payload stuff? Let's get a move on. Payload movement, still grooving.
Oh, that's why I wanted them to get out. You notice how they've like that's why I wanted them to get out rather than just sit there and like feed more, because they had to spend another, you know, a little bit of time getting that. Back away for now. Their venture feeds in half the time. Okay, 2 bubbles used. Health pack awareness again. You already got the health pack early. A nice eat. Very good eat. Good job. That was very, very good. I would ult towards the life we retreat. Towards the life we retreat. Up in the air towards life we retreat. Okay, that works too. Got a kill. Yeah, you're gonna lose. You had to ult that one. Yeah. Okay, I mean, listen. So we'll talk about it a little bit, because I think like your number one issue is just your timings and your ult usage are just bad. Like if you can clean up your timings even like a little bit, you're going to be in a really good spot. The problem is like you're just not really playing into, let me rephrase this. You don't understand timings with your ultimate, and you just force really bad ultimates. So I want you to start to look at it this way when you're playing Diva. Look at cooldowns, recognize what they have. Recognize that your Diva ult doesn't need to be perfect. An example of that is like this, right? Let's say they're all set up here on the bridge, okay? Which is where they were. Their team would play here and here. With about 2 minutes left when you had that Diva ult opportunity. What happens if you ult like this and it goes about here? What happens if your ultimate goes here? If you do it right, you can get it to go over the top, land like here, and kill everybody. I'm not going to say it's going to be perfect, but what happens if it lands here? And this is why I was like, ult, come on, ult, and then you didn't, and then you ended up wasting your ult like 10 seconds later. What does this do? Let's say you get no kills with this. What does it do? They have to fall off the high ground. Okay. And if they fall off the high ground, you would get a kill. They have to fall off the bridge. You would get a kill. They can't play here. You'd get a kill. It eliminates that. What does it do? It forces their team out of position. So more than likely what happens is 2 people go this way and hide. 3 people go this way. You've created numbers. And that's why sometimes people lose track of where you can get value with Diva Ultimate, just wanting these major, like, 5 elims. But I'm going to be honest with you. The best thing you can do is just kind of ult over the, do ults like that over the top. And once you displace them and get them out of position, you just win games. But people want these perfect ultimates that just don't do anything. So my recommendation to you is recognize timings and recognize that you don't need to get these perfect ultimates to win these 2v5s. Your ult management is bad and your timings are bad. If you fix those, you're going to climb because your mechanics are good. You have decent positioning. So timings. Look for opportunity. Look for 1 Zarya bubble used. That means they can't bubble their teammate or they can't bubble themselves. Cleanse used. Life Weaver pull used. All this, you start to do that, and you'll be in a good spot. That's really it. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to all 3 YouTubers if you haven't, leave a comment. All that helps. If you want to submit your own spectating, look in the description below. You see my Discord. That's where you do that. We also record these live on stream. You can see the Twitch chat below the webcam. Also stream on YouTube, so stop by if you haven't. We had a lot of fun here. With that being said, hope you have an amazing day /night.